Hi, I'm Charlene, and I just saw Going Dark at St. Mary's Hall Studio in Canterbury. The theater itself is sort of hard to find. I had to go down this little alleyway, and I wasn't sure which door led to the theater. Then some other people showed up, and they knew where it was. They'd been there before, so we started to wait for the doors to open. Once a lot of people were waiting outside, a man came out of the theater to tell us that some parts of the production would be entirely in the dark, and to make sure that we were comfortable with that. We went in, and it was a black box theater. It was sort of small because they had set it up, they'd split the black box in half, and part of it was for your coat check. They wanted everyone to leave their coats and bags and then enter the theater, which was the other half of the black box, and the setup was theater in the round. So we all took our seats around this central box. The performance started with the lights going out, with just some sounds being played over the speakers. And then when the lights come back up, you see a man getting ready for the day, and he's talking to his son, who's not on stage because it was just a one-man show. So you just hear the voice of the little boy. The play follows the story of the man losing his sight. We start off and he's just heard the news that he is eventually going to go blind, and we follow him through his struggle emotionally and physically, as he has to learn how to, for example, make his son's lunch. So he puts on a blindfold and goes through the steps of how he will make his son's lunch when he can no longer see. The man works at a planetarium as a guide, which makes his going blind more difficult for him because his job relies on him being able to see. The performance uses blackouts in between each scene to let us know how it feels to be going blind. Literally, we couldn't see anything in the room, and at points some people had to leave because they didn't feel comfortable being in a completely blacked out space. Overall, I really enjoyed the performance. The story was really good. It was a little bit long. The blackouts, in my opinion, were too long in between each scene because there was nothing going on stage, like scene changes or anything that would need time between scenes. So at times it just felt like, okay, we get it, he's going blind, we understand, can we, get on with the play. I would recommend this performance because the story is really good, and towards the end you feel emotional connection with the characters. My name is Charlene, and this has been my review of Going Dark.